go through some really loose junk, and we're gonna send it. Oh my God! Welcome to 18 Road, north of Fruita, Colorado, home to the Zippity Downhill Trail. The North Fruita Desert sports a whole different style of riding features that the other two of the three sisters, Tabawatch and Kokopelli, do not. It is unique because it boasts short loops with straight line descents that are super fun. Zippity Downhill, or Zippity, which we'll refer to from here on out, is one of those trails. Fact: 18 Road gets its name not because there are 18 roads out there, there's only one, but instead because the road itself is 18 miles east of the Utah-Colorado state line. If that fact wasn't useless enough, stop by the Copper Club Brewery in downtown Fruita and pick up an 18 Road IPA off the tap. That's not useless information right there. Unlike the Tabawatch trails or the East Portage of the Kokopelli trail system, 18 Road is built strictly on the Mancos Shale dirt ridges and drainages. You won't find any big sandstone slickrock descents out here. You'll find plenty of dirt though. The star of this film will be Zippity, the most difficult trail in the North Fruita Desert. While most of the trail is very intermediate, there are two steep black diamond descents riddled with brake bumps and loose dirt and potential stormwater damage. If you're on the fence with the steeps, go to Joe's Ridge first. If Joe's makes you think twice about riding the bumpy and loose dirt, Zippity isn't the place for you. Master Joe's first. I actually progressed to Zippity by riding Moab Slickrock Trail, which is like a baptism by fire, and you'll get the skills that you need to handle the trail by basically riding Slickrock once. Quick note, I'll do a more detailed film on Joe's Ridge in the future. The most technical spot in all of 18 Road right here. And a really skinny bridge. I've noticed in many trail descriptions, online or in paperback, that Zippity is done as a loop in combination with the Western Zippity climb. The Western Zippity climb is ridiculously boring. It should only be attempted on high traffic days where you'll basically find solitude on that trek. But in this route description, we're doing this my way. We'll be accessing Zippity with a climb up Primecut trail, which we've just seen. And after Primecut, we're moving on to the underrated Frontside trail, which has a killer fun descent and a brutal climb, painful brutal climb, to the top of the Zippity Ridge and to the pylon, which will be breaking out from there. And speaking of Joe's Ridge, that's a lath right there. We're going straight to Frontside. Frontside. Frontside then this way is just like Joe's Ridge. It's always windy at 18 Road for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. You want to ride Frontside? Sometimes you gotta stop here and scout and make sure that nobody's coming down that other way. One tight turn and then you can just rip. It is so good right now. It's really windy right here. Yeah. Got one big dip at the bottom. Oh. That's a quick way to wreck. All the trail just falls out. So one thing when you're out at 18 Road, it sits on what's called the Mancos Shale. It's basically a geologic, sea bottom mud style rock. So what does that mean? The dirt is kind of competent, kind of not. Depends on the time of the year. But when this thing gets ridden hard, it gets ridiculously loose. So it's like a ski hill, dirt quality Do we have a nice corn out here today or not? That's that rant for that period. Somehow saved it. I started looking off into space. We take left down Zippity Downhill. Really nice open views. Let's roll. Zippity Downhill. Oh. So again, like I said, lots of wind exposure up here. And on yours, like this one, you could expect it to be windy every day, apparently. Look at that view, guys. Check it out. Got some ups and downs on the initial part. Really casual, blue, intermediate downhill to start off. Technical spot, and it's a roller drop and then a hard blind turn, and we're back to having some fun. We get a little rutted out right here, and it is. That's the one sketchy part about this trail, is the ruts. Okay, now we're into some bigger descents. This is a good one with the blind jump. Brake bump into the jump. There's another side jump right here, but if it's windy, you can overshoot it or get blown off. Okay. All this climb, we can get it today. It's not too loose. Oh, it's loose right here. Oh man. That last climbing section is extremely steep, but it's a little too loose for me to get it today. Didn't really matter whether I got it or not anyway. Camera was bumped because it's so steep. Okay, this is the kind of the crux of this upper half right here. It's a really steep, loose dirt descent. We'll go into more detail on the video. We'll see it done on the drone. With lots of washboards. Another second steep descent. It's a lot of fun. All right. On the drone cam, we have a little recap of the first steep descent ridden by my friend Brian. You can see how steep it is from the drone, whereas the GoPro doesn't offer as much perspective, if you will. It's a little windy right there, so the drone's going to shake, but you can get it. It's nice. And we're climbing. You'll see a lot of bike hiking in this spot right here. After the first descent, we'll cross the Mitchell Road and climb for just a spell to the top of this ridge. So we climb the ridge and we're going to the other side. This next drop down will be even steeper than the first one. It has a really kind of tricky entry and it's really dependent on conditions. Sometimes I'll even walk it, to be honest with you. I've done this thing like 100 times. Like if it's too loose and rutted out with like big old ruts, I'm not doing it. You're like asking to wreck. All right, we take a left right there. That one on the right is not a sanctioned trail, I believe, so I don't really know what it's good for. But taking the left, this is what we want. So this pole right here on my left hand, that's kind of the marker for the start and the entry of this thing. And right now it's pretty loose. Navigate around that rut. Go through some really loose junk. And we're gonna send it. Oh my God. That's a nice good jump, but when you get speed off that hill, you can overshoot it. That would not be good. And then we got one brutal climb. Should have waited to film this for a really kind of ideal day. Get the right gear. Balance that bike all the way up. Kind of pick the boards where you don't really have any of the loose dirt buildup. And we're back to the play-by-play drone cam analysis of rider Brian taking the steep descent. Right there, it's pretty chunky, pretty loose. Watch out for stormwater damage. As he goes up, the scout, the big descent before commitment, riding down this thing brakeless. All the way down the bottom. Is he going to wash out? No, he's going to stay up and hit the little jump right there. That is style, if you've ever seen it. Moral of the story, don't wreck. If you want a mountain biking comfort. Gotta get my leg shots in the film. Okay, this is the last technical area of Zippity Doo-Dah. Ooh, loose. And buddy hop. And now for some real-time nerd stats. You're looking at about 7.5 mile round trip doing Zippity this way with Primecut and Frontside. Also, for some flash seasonal beta, you know, it is awesome out here during the springtime when you got a little desert green up. You might see a wildflower or two, but like right now, we're riding in the fall. It's cooled down. It's really nice. No shade, so summertime you're only riding this thing in the morning or late in the evening. Also, when the trail gets chewed up like it is in this film right here, usually it's best to target it after a rain. Not while it's muddy, but just like right when it's dried up after a rain. That's when the trail's packed down. It's so cool. So this part right here, it's kind of an out and back part. So people will go descend and climb. So heads up, watch for climbers. Thank you. Oh my God. We gotta feed that beast on the shadow cam. Thank you for watching my edition of Zippity Doodah. And thanks to all the NAR masters out there. Be a subscriber to this channel. It's free. It's awesome. We do a lot of mountain biking. We're going to do some other stuff along the way as the seasons change. And crush the like button. I like it when people crush the like button. This is Mountain Biking Gold. This is RC. Thanks for watching this video. We'll catch you on down the road. We'll see you next time. Later. And let's not forget, Namaste, NAR Masters.